The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Colts and the Bengals under the lights on Thursday night.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. After this, the games count for real. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, back in the day, it was 6 preseason games, then 4, now 3. So here we are. This one, the last tune-up before the regular season gets going.
Yeah, and I know it's easy to start looking ahead to the regular season, and of course there's an excitement that comes when the games get real, but for so many players on these rosters, this is where careers and opportunities are made. I know from talking to these coaches, they're coming in. This game matters. It's how they build.
Final dress rehearsal before the regular season gets started in a couple of weeks' time. And off we go here in the NFL preseason finale. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
These preseason games, Mike, they could be a little bit tricky because on one hand, you want to protect your starters. You want to make sure you go into week 1 of the regular season as healthy and as prepared as possible. But for a lot of the guys on this roster, especially these backup quarterbacks, this is a great opportunity not only to prove your worth in the NFL, but these are a lot of valuable opportunities and reps that don't necessarily come once the regular season gets kicked off.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught. It's Trenton Irwin. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Gesicki, the man in motion. Here's the free agent signee from Indy. It's Zach Moss.
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that second and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
Here's 3rd and 7. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023 had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his 2nd year in the NFL out of Florida.
Make no mistake about it, Mike, even though these games might not mean a lot in the grand scheme of things, they certainly matter when it comes to the evaluation of these rosters. You just can't replicate these situations of live reps in practice. So what do coaches do? They give guys a little bit of taste in the preseason games. Can you separate yourself from the rest of the pack? I'm excited to see who steps up, who makes a case to snatch one of these roster spots over these next couple hours.
Here's Richardson, going to keep this himself, and that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Throwing is Richardson. Catch made. That's Woods. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Out of a shotgun, Richardson. They go right back to Downs. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Taylor a first down and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Indianapolis.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Throwing, Richardson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to the former Patriot and Dolphin Mike Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. To throw is Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll get this complete. It's Moss. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and a yard. Burrow. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he's trying to power forward, but no dice. They're going to stop him behind the line.
Really nice job defensively. They were all over that from the jump. Initially, I thought he was going to break away and pick up something positive, but at the end of it all, he ended up going backwards.
And great coverage on special teams. They'll mark it down inside the 5-yard line. The Colts offense about ready to get going on their second possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he's able to give him a little breathing room. He's got a 1st down up past the 15-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Richardson to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, Richardson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards. Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Taylor going to try to pull his way in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Moss. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
That is on the 5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They go once more with Moss. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down.
That is on the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Burrow now. Taken in by Gesicki. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 24-yard line.
They go play action for Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll get that one complete. It's Drew Sample, the tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Colts out to the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the Colts 41-yard line.
A run over center with Moss. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Burrow to throw. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And that's gonna be a first down. A pickup of 9. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. This one taken in by Renfro. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He is in. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Anthony Gould now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, not a great start to this drive offensively. You take the sack on 1st down, and you're thinking, all right, let's go to the ground game. Let's pick up some of the lost yardage. But then you take a loss again, and now it sets up 3rd and real long, and you find yourself in a tough spot.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll get about 2. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Burrow on the bootleg. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On is McPherson for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals extend their advantage to 14-3. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return is Dallas Flowers. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. the Colts offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Now he'll run. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. That would qualify as an angry run, powering his way forward. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Richardson. That one taken in. Ashton Doolin. Touchdown, Indy.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Colts 10.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Travion Williams to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Renfro brought in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 33-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now, Burrow. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another try with Moss. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
At the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
He'll try to run it here with Moss. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
Here we go.
Renfro brought in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Burrow here on 2nd down. That's into traffic, but taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. A gain there of 15. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it's going to be 3rd down.
3rd down and 17.
To throw is Burrow. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. They'll try to set up the screen with Moss. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts.
At the 6-yard
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback?
And he'll take it on in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals are out to a 21-10 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Colts offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. On 2nd down, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Here's Richardson. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Here we go. Ready.
A second down throw for Richardson. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. He'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the final game on the preseason schedule for these two teams. After this comes final cut downs, and then we get started for real. The countdown is on for the NFL kickoff game on the Thursday after Labor Day. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead
Both
at
teams
halftime.
ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense and running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
And he will finally be taken down, but not until he gets to the Colts' 32-yard line. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. Richardson to throw it here on first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Richardson. To the goal line and in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Richardson and the Colts come to the line. They'll try to tack on 2 more. He'll drop to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down, Burrow. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
Good for the Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Burrow. Open man, that's Renfro. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's a designed run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 7.
3rd down and 7.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It's kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. Good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Josh Downs heading back to the field. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
1st and 10. They'll run here with Sermon. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 2nd down and 8. On the ground, this is Sermon. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Richardson. He runs with it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
That's going to be caught, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A run with Moss to begin the drive. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Sermon. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Throwing is Richardson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check, and this time, much better job in pursuit. Even though he was able to get outside the pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Colts are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's third down and a few inches. Play action now. It's Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Burrow.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Set to go now on first and 10. Higgins sent in motion. On first and 10, it's Moss. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Now, Burrow. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. Richardson to throw. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. Big play coming up. This is third down. Flacco. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Browning. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Browning. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Catch made. That's Woods. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Flacco. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. To throw is Flacco. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Anthony Gould. Touchdown, Colts. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with first down. Nice job